delighted to welcome you all to the 2024 East Africa Leadership Summit. So together, today we gather with a shared vision for a peaceful, accountable, and stable East Africa and Diaspora. Your presence here signifies a collective commitment to addressing the challenges and opportunities in our region, the Horn of Africa, and East Africa in general, on the continent, and here in the diaspora in the United States. I'm deeply grateful for your participation. Before we dive into the full program, I'd like to give you all a quick overview of today's agenda. We'll have Assistant Secretary Malufi, who is here with us today, Nora Dempsey, Senior Diaspora Engagement at the U.S. State Department. We will have President Hassan Sheikh of Somalia joining us virtually. Also, we have panelists, and we'll have Senator Amy join us also, Senator Amy Klobuchar. EUSR, European Union, Dr. Annette Weber will be joining us virtually. Dr. Nisha Bachwe from Humphrey School of Public Affairs. We'll have Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey join us. Deed Assistant Commissioner Abdulhab Mohammed. And also, as I'll mention some of the panelists, today we'll have Faisal Roble, academic and international political and analyst, Miaza Gidey, IR researcher and human rights defender, Miaza Mohammed, journalist and human rights activist, Bakala Garba, academic and Oromo Ethiopian leader. In our other panel, we also have Dr. Patrick Polensky from Books for Africa, Phil Hansen, president of Global Minnesota, and in our last panel, we'll have Dr. Gene Galgelu, the Executive Director of African Economic Development Solutions, Fatun Wali, Founder and Executive Director of ISORON, Dr. Asad Ali Wade, Executive Director of New American Development Center, Dr. Mohamed Idris, Executive Director, American Relief Agency for the Horn of Africa, Sahai Wadacho, Resource for the Enrichment of African Lives here in Minneapolis. So that's just a general overview. We'll have so many more guests, and we look forward to your engagement and interaction today. I'd like to dive into welcoming Nora Dempsey. So it is my honor to introduce someone who brings wealth and experience and dedication to her role as a senior advisor for Diaspora Engagement for the U.S. State Department. In these challenging times in East Africa, Nora's innovative approach to utilizing technology as a diplomatic tool, demonstrated through her strategic engagement and initiatives, underscores the importance in communication, in fostering goodwill, and shaping positive future for diasporic African Americans in their homeland. Nora's career spans traditional partnerships between educational institutions and governments across borders. She served in the U.S. Middle East Peace Team, directed African Affairs at the National Security Council, and contributed significantly as the U.S. Consul General in Florence, Italy. Her leadership extends to founding SAPA and International Biotech Research Center in Tuscany and directing State Department's Advanced Arabic Institute. Quoting one of Nora's favorite writers, "Hard work is a prison sentence only if it does not have meaning." I'd like to welcome my friend and someone who's been a great, supporter of United Women of the Horn, which is my sister here at Babel, and my other sister Sanajin Jimo, who will be moderating and speaking today as well. I'd like to welcome Nora Dempsey. I think the stage is that way. Oh. Yes, sorry about that.
Thanks. So good morning. Good morning. As Hafsa said, my name is Nora Dempsey, and I'm the Senior Advisor for Diaspora Engagement at the State Department. When this conference was initially planned, it was a 2-day conference, and I was on day 2 as a panelist. And now suddenly, I'm like the first speaker in a lineup that includes a president, congresswomen, senators, and the Assistant Secretary of State. I mean, wow. Right after I thought, wow, I thought, moi? Like me? And then I thought, That's proof. It's proof that the diaspora matter. I'm the first ever in the State Department to have a position like mine. It was created by the Assistant Secretary and by the White House because they understood that the diaspora matter. 2 years ago, they created this position because they knew that the diaspora is key. Really, you all are key to a peaceful future for the diaspora in the United States and for the Horn of Africa. My job, my whole job, is to listen, to connect, and to empower. The U.S. government, we have our responsibilities and our role, but the diaspora has a separate role and a separate power. We want you to use that power, and that's why we're here joining you today. Before we get to the big names now, and the big speakers, the important folks, I want to thank Mohammed Ismail. I want to thank the Horn of Africa community, Abdi Mohamud, and I want to thank my great women who make up the United Women of the Horn and who've done so much work for this today. Hafsa Mohammed, Mabel Gabamudin, and Sanajim Jimmo. Thank you so much for coming.